I'm back with the next part of our Ogre Kingdoms playthrough. Last time we taught the dwarves a lesson. We beat Clan Angrand until they were no more. Well, actually that's a lie. They're still there. I mean, we're already about 2 seconds into the video and I'm lying. I'm sorry. But we did give them a beating they will never forget. We took down Belagar Ironhammer. We took some of their land, and now they are pretty much nothing. I mean, if we take a look at diplomacy, they're now ranked 93rd in the world, and if you look at the power bar, we would absolutely destroy them if we were to go to war again. So I don't know what our next goal is going to be. We're going to have to find a new enemy to fight. We need more land, so we need to expand somewhere. But in order to do that, I think we need allies. We can't do this alone. We need a friend that will fight by us and help us conquer the world. And I have decided we are going to have a little sidekick of our own. And it is going to be a rat. I don't know whether we should trust the Skaven, but we're going to give her a go. He may stab me in the back at some point. Who knows? Alright, my friend, if you pay me 2,500 gold, I will sign a military alliance right now. And we can be best pals. And he's accepted. So now that we have formed a military alliance with the Skaven, it's actually revealed that some of these abandoned buildings across the river from us actually belong to our Skaven ally. He was hiding inside them. So I guess that means if we take a look at the map, we're not going to expand east. There's no point going east if our ally is there, unless we were to go over our ally and conquer the land on the other side of him, but that will split us in two areas and it will make it a little awkward to defend. Which means odds are we're going to have to go west, I guess. We can't go north because we're surrounded by an orc that would absolutely destroy us. I think he was ranked 1 in the game right now. Which means our next target is probably going to have to be the pirates. They're spreading corruption in the land next to us, so not only will we have to go into the corruption to drive them out, but then we'll need to bring life back to the land. We have just received word that our Skaven ally is building an outpost in one of my settlements inside Akendorf. I have no idea what that means. I didn't even know that was a thing. I was clicking on this war coordination up here and it looks like you can build outposts in allies' settlements. This is entirely new to me. I don't think this was a feature in Warhammer 2, or maybe I just didn't play it enough. Is this actually new or not? Who knows? Is that a good sign? I still have no idea. Or are the rats trying to conquer my land from within? I assume it's beneficial and it will actually aid us in the long run, and it's not just the rats trying to conquer us. But you always gotta be careful with the Skaven. But I think it is time to plan our next move. We're going to have the belly duos. We're going to have belly shaker and belly slapper. They're both going to go south and get ready in this settlement here. And we are going to strike the pirates. If we hit them from the south where their capital is first, we can then work our way up the land while Scrag holds the canyon. And we can kind of trap them here and eliminate them as soon as possible. But I think if we aim for the settlement, like their main capital first, that will strike the biggest blow. It's going to take us a couple of turns to arrive, so we will kind of just march as quick as we can. So this is what I was referring to by the corruption. The land is 100% vampiric corruption. I'm not too sure if the ogres are immune to any kind of corruption, to be honest with you. I mean, if anything, maybe chaos. I doubt they're immune to a Skaven plague, and I doubt, well, we can easily see we're not immune to vampiric corruption. So here's the plan. We're going to have Belly Slapper assault the garrison of this town, and then Belly Shaker is just going to run in and conquer it as quick as he can. And then we're just going to have to hide inside for a little bit and see how the enemy retaliate. We have an army to the south that's near enough full, and they've got some pretty decent units. It's the cannons that may be a bit of an issue. And then there's also armies to the north. The problem by allowing the pirates to help us take down Clan Angrand is the fact that we've now allowed them to grow too strong. So we need to crush them now before they can spread that damn corruption of theirs. We failed an 84% chance of success. An 84%! It doesn't get any higher than that! Alright, we're going to have to delay our attack by a turn. I'm not going to attack it while it has a full garrison. We need to minimize as many casualties as possible if we're going to defeat the pirates. Alright, attempt 2 at conquering the pirates. Can we actually get a success this time? There we go. We've actually pulled it off, and if we take a look, they're pretty much wiped out. I mean, I think he's killed over half of the entire garrison. And now it is time for Belly Shaker to just run in and eliminate the rest. We're going to declare war on them. Oh, and they've got a pretty strong ally, actually. This is a little concerning. I didn't realize that. If we take a quick look at the diplomacy tab, I should have looked at their allies first. They're allied with one of the Tomb Kings and they are ranked 11th in the world. I am ranked 27th, and with my alliance as well, they're ranked 80th. I mean, where are the pirates ranked? Where are the pirates? The pirates are ranked 34th. So it'd be ranks 27 and 80 going up against 11 and 34. We are outmanned. We will also lose a trade agreement with the pirates if we were to declare war. But we do need to expand, so we've got to fight someone. Ah, you know what? We are ogres. We don't back down. We're just gonna go for it. We shall declare war. We shall call our allies. And the allies have responded. The Skaven have not let us down. They're gonna back us up in this war. We should be able to auto-resolve this battle without suffering any casualties. Well, without suffering many casualties. We have weakened them enough. It shouldn't be an issue. We only lost 18 soldiers. And now we will find out if our actions have consequences. How are the enemy gonna retaliate to our actions? I see a few enemy armies on the land. If we take a look at the mini-map in the top right, you can see like their symbols. So they are closing in on our position. So one of the armies have quick marched back to their capital, and I assume they may march and close in on our settlement, or they're just there to defend the capital so they don't lose it. And another army has come from the north and is making its way down. So they're trying to trap us in. I'm not too sure what to do. We can use Belly Slapper, and we should probably assault the main army. If we can weaken their army, that'd be great. But if we take a look at the corruption, we've already dropped it down to 89. That's part of the plan. The longer we can hold this settlement, if we can bring the corruption down, we won't start dying when we walk around the land, and they will. And it looks as though the pirates have made their move. Both of those armies, the one from the north and the one from the south, have closed in on the settlement. And they've launched their attack. If we were to auto-resolve, it would wipe out our entire army. I mean, it says casualties will be high, but if we look at that, casualties will be everyone. Not high. I mean, we'd be wiped off the face of the earth. As for the enemy army, we did manage to get in one assault unit, so some of them are weakened, but just the sheer numbers. They have way more than expected. As it is not a proper settlement, we're in the middle of nowhere. We don't even get a city to defend. We have to just fight in an open field. So this may be a bit of a risky play, and I don't know if it's going to pay off. But here's the layout of the battle. The one enemy army will spawn in the trees across from us, while the other is going to come in reinforcements from this corner. So if I wait for the reinforcements to arrive, instantly ambush them the moment they show up, we can then fully turn our attention to the enemy army. But the reinforcements are not going to show up for 2 minutes. So that's 2 minutes. We have to hope that the enemies across the battlefield from us do not launch their attack. If they sit back and wait, that's great, but if they run at us at full speed, we could get sandwiched. So the enemy army is slowly moving into position. I'm not entirely sure yet if they're coming for me or if they're just kind of closing the gap. But what I've done is I've told all of my men to run up and over the hill so we can hide behind it from their ranged troops because they have cannons and stuff. And we're just going to instantly wait to ambush this guy the moment he arrives. All of the ogres are waiting to crush him. A minute has already passed and the guy has barely made any distance. So I think we're going to be fine. I think we'll be able to crush the second army before the first army even shows up. There's no way they're crossing that entire field in a minute. But the enemy reinforcements have arrived. So we're going to send the ogres in and we're going to crush them. The quicker we can eliminate the enemy reinforcements, the better. We've sent the ogres in. We're going to also try and eliminate the leader. The leader's gonna cause us some trouble, I think. But the enemies are starting to close in there on the other side. They've started firing cannons at us. I'm wondering if maybe the vultures can fly over the top and eliminate the cannons. We have some units on the side here that aren't up to much. They need to close in on the enemy. Our leader should also probably try and do something of use. Maybe he can like buff one unit, weaken another one. Maybe we can also use Dismember on the enemy leader to try and weaken him. The vultures got kind of caught up in the sky fighting like bats, so they didn't make it to the enemy lines.
Master of butchery.
It is now time to attack. The enemy have arrived on our doorstep. We're gonna have to try and hold them back as best we can. Maybe the saber tusks. Maybe they're our last hope at flanking the cannons. They're the only things that are quick enough to get around to the enemy. The battle is still ongoing in the left, which is actually kind of a bit gutting. I was hoping that we would have had a better chance by now. What do we need to eliminate? Maybe we need to like dismember some kind of strong unit to free us up. This area here is just taking too long. We need to get these soldiers over the hill to assist the others as quick as we can. We have this monstrous infantry here that have a buff that we need to use. The saber tusks have made it to the cannons. So I'm hoping the saber tusks will just eliminate them really quick. For us, for everyone else, yeah, it's not quite going to plan. These damn flying bats with gunners hanging underneath them. It's not good, folks. It is not looking good for us.
Take it all.
The cannons have been annihilated. The one group of saber tusks have done a really good job at getting rid of those.
If I gotta leg it. Supreme.
But the enemy leader is just causing us too much issues, man. The army on the right has been annihilated. They have been completely wiped out. I don't know what we can do.
Guts out, boys. The meat hook is ready.
I didn't realize their leader rides a giant crab into battle.
A good recipe. Iron fists. Thundering force.
The one enemy leader has died. We have managed to defeat them. So I'm going to get some of these ogres on the side here to assist with the ones on the right. But they're now retreating. They're exhausted. They're terrified. Damn pirates. I tried to hold them back as much as I could.
Perform the need right. Embrace the hunger.
We used everything we had, but it just wasn't good enough.
I feel the hunger. Supreme.
We're just gonna keep using like every ability that we have in our arsenal. We're just gonna use absolutely everything. The saber tusks need to come back to assist,
Scoffer.
but it's not looking too good right now.
The Slaughtermaster. The meat ritual. Iron fists. Run for it.
Is the battle over? We have been defeated. The worst part is, of the two factions we declared war on, the pirates were the weaker ones, and they've just taken down one of our two armies. And to make things worse, we have just received word that the orcs have broken our non-aggression pact. Is that a sign of things to come? Do they consider us weak, or are they planning their next attack? We will need to recruit a new leader, someone who will lead the new ogre army to defeat the pirates, and who better than Furt? I don't know why I'm picking him, I just saw the name and I just thought it was a little funny having an ogre leader called Furt. I have no idea how we're going to retaliate against the enemy. We have to somehow, using our little funds, build an entire new army and defeat the enemy. But if they decide to march, I have nothing to stop them. So the pirates have decided to make their next move, which is to storm my settlement. But it is the settlement we just recruited Furt at. And surprisingly, if we were to auto-resolve the battle, it actually reckons we'd win. We'd suffer, a mass amount of losses, but we'd actually defeat their entire army. I don't understand why. Is it because it's an actual, main city, so we have walls and stuff? Whereas Belly Shaker or Belly Slapper, whichever one died, I can't remember, which I feel a little bad about that I don't remember one of my lead generals. But is it because we have a wall, we can actually defeat this entire army? Personally, I think I may leave it to the auto-resolve, because I feel like if I play this battle, it's not gonna go well and we'll mess up. Well then, we just hit auto-resolve and the entire pirate army has been eliminated. Not a single one made it off the battlefield. And we got 5,000 gold for defeating them. Because of that mighty battle, Furt has gained a title. He is now the Big Bellower Furt. He's also known as the Death Cheater Furt. After suffering a massive defeat, the pirates have another army that is coming down from the north, and they're quick marching somewhere. So I don't know if they're trying to get down to this point as quick as they can, where they have a smaller army that is currently recovering from their wounds. This seems to be the entry point that the pirates are going for, because it is our weakest area. No one wants to cross the path of Scrag. But how do we launch our counterattack? Marching into enemy territory didn't go as planned. We still have Belly Slapper here who can destroy the enemy garrisons and armies. We're building this one here with good old Furt. And then we have Scrag up here. Scrag can't move very far in this area because there's no proper roads. But if he was to move, where do we go? We could tunnel. If I take a look at the offer here, we can enable the tunnel stance, and I think that makes us immune to most attritions, which means we might be able to bypass the vampiric corruption, tunnel our way underground, and maybe hit an enemy settlement like this one on the coast, for example. Is that how we launch our counterattack? Does Scrag have to become a tunneler? Otherwise, I'm really not too sure what we do to counter the enemy. If we zoom out, we are at war with these across the sea as well, but I'm hoping they stay across the sea, if I'm completely honest with you. I don't want them coming out of their territory. It's bad enough having to face these ones here. The Skaven allies did join the war with us, so maybe the enemy are more focused on fighting the Skaven as they are right next to each other. But we will need to come up with a strategy to launch a counterattack. We can't lose to the pirates, and we have to get rid of them as soon as possible. But I'm afraid that's all we have time for now. As always, a big thank you to the channel members for your continued support, and if you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and until next time, see ya.